Hey everyone, and welcome back to Just in Time, Dresden's Fate, and the debut of me actually being Harry Dresden for once. But before we get to that, why don't we go around and do everyone's intros? So, Alex, why don't you start it off?
Mm.
You are muted.
What? We can't hear you.
We're off to a fantastic
Hi,
start.
I'm an idiot. That's my intro. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Not a stream without technical
Yeah, I'm
issues.
Alex playing Dogfoot.
Okay,
Next,
awesome.
move away from me, please.
Okay, Josh, go ahead.
I'm Gus. I'm playing Vold. Vold is the where creature monster hunter. Trying to remember. Been a month.
That's fair.
Next.
Keith.
Hi, I'm Keith. Tonight I'll be playing Alice O'Neill, who is a regular human reporter who happens to have a weapon that can shapeshift.
Okay, awesome. And last but not least, Void.
Hey, I'm Void. And I'll be playing Ari, who is the most delightful fae you've ever met. She's very sweet, and there's nothing wrong with her whatsoever. Haha. Who would give you that impression?
Except for the dark secret we just talked about before we came live.
I don't know what you mean.
And last but not least, also, I am Pluto. They, them pronouns. We'll be playing everybody else that they interact with. But before I try to recap what happened a month ago. Let's get into the intro video. Okay, and we are back. Forgot to mention it for the intro, but obviously Kai is not going to be with us tonight. They are suffering from a migraine, so we hope that they feel better and will be with us next episode. Recap, I believe Kai, or I should say Amelia, was confronted in Alice's apartment by her grandfather, and went off with him to a pretty revealing conversation that shows that he might know a little bit more about what's going on than was thought. While everyone else headed to the nightclub where the murder has started. The first victim of the wolves that are supposed to be in town has occurred at Marconi's nightclub. And as our players were gathered and trying to assess the scene and see what happened, Lieutenant Murphy made a call, and Dresden himself has entered the club to do his investigation before the FBI arrives. So, start there and see what happens. Let's pop on.
We're like not actually concerned about the murders. Like that's the thing that was supposed to happen anyway.
Yeah, the murder was supposed to happen.
We're like,
As long as the cop and the mob boss don't die, that's what you're here to prevent. But yeah, as you guys are gathered around, you guys have met Dresden. Dresden's kind of started surveying the scene. You see him like he has his blasting rod out, and he's just kind of like looking around the area, kind of investigating the remains because body would be generous at this point, as well as like the traps around. And you see him casting some sigils and such in the air. seems to be deep in thought. Lieutenant Murphy is out front, making sure the area is cordoned off, and Marconi is off to the side with some of his goons and such. Miss Guard has already left to do some investigating of her own. So what would you guys like to do while Dresden is investigating?
Ari is going to adopt some very Nat-like behavior in that she's gonna like follow Dresden around and just be like, "What are you doing now? What's going on? Oh, what are you lifting that up for?" And just like pestering him with questions, just like and compliments. "Oh, that's so cool! I hadn't thought of that. You're really smart."
Dresden answers the first few questions as Ari's walking around with them, and like the more you poke and prod, like the shorter and shorter the answers get. As he's trying to like figure out what's going on, and as he's like shifting through the body and stuff, he like goes back to like where the obvious like entry was, like through the back wall, like there's like the walls kind of like torn down from something coming through. He finds, you see what looks like wolf fur on the side of the area, as well as some bloody wolf prints leading out the back. Okay, I'm gonna assume this wasn't your friend, the were creature over here, because he wouldn't be here if this was the case, but some type of were creature did this, obviously.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't my friend. Because, I mean, first of all, he's here specifically to not do that, but also we were kind of busy doing other stuff. We were on a ride along. It was very interesting. Not really. We were just like in a car going in circles, it feels like. But this is interesting. I like this.
You like murder scene. Good to know, but not surprising.
That's not really what I meant, but okay.
He chuckles a little bit and starts to just he takes a sample of the fur and puts it in, like he like wraps it up with like a handkerchief from his pocket and stuffs it in his jacket. He takes a sample of the blood and you see him put it in a container. He's like, "I'm gonna have to take this back to my apartment and see if I can get a trace on whoever or whatever did this."
Do you use like science, like the detective, or do you use like magic for that?
I use magic. I have a lab back at my apartment.
Cool, can I see?
Sure.
Oh, I mean, actually, I'm supposed to. Hey guys,
Yes.
is it cool if I go with Dresden if he leaves to like go do lab stuff? You're gonna keep an eye on.
Yep.
Okay, thanks. Doc, were you coming?
Yeah. If it's okay with, is it okay with you two?
Dresden, can Dogfoot come?
Yeah, go for it.
Sure. To Faye
Nice.
alone with me in my apartment. I'm sure this is gonna go fine for me. Let me go talk to Karen. I have to probably do some more looking around, see if I can figure anything out before we go anywhere.
Oh, okay.
You see him head out the door up front for about 10 minutes. But when he comes back in, him and Karen are not alone, as 4 FBI agents are with them. And they start cordoning off the area. And you see that the one who seems to be in charge is having a very heated argument with Karen at the door.
Can we hear
I'm
what
gonna
about?
eavesdrop.
Yeah, let's eavesdrop.
Honestly, no role required. It seems to be a lot of the typical jurisdiction type stuff between like FBI and police. Marcone's a pretty big name, and they don't completely suspect that this is like just somewhat like a rival gang trying to off him or something. They suspect it's something shady, so that they're just trying to take over the operation. You see Dresden is also getting pretty frustrated as he's trying to still do his investigation around the area of the body and stuff. That a couple of the agents, a couple of them are for forensics agents and are like getting in his way and like disturbing the scene as well. And you see the spark starting to come off the staff a little bit as he's getting angry with them.
Oh dear. Do you need me to distract them or something? I mean, I could probably do that a little bit.
Yeah, if you could pull them away. Like, I can't do any obvious things with them here, so if you could keep their attention, that'd be great.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that. Hey guys, can I show you something? I'm really worried about, some other people in this building. I'm really worried about them, and I think you should go make sure that they're okay.
You are. Wait, why are you? Who are you people? Why are you here at the scene?
Well, I work here,
Okay.
and for reasons that I can't disclose, I'm really, really concerned about Falcone, Marco,
Macaroni, I think.
Macaroni. I'm really concerned that the owner of the club might be in danger, and I think that you guys should go check with him and make sure that he's not going to be in danger. But also, I mean, you should probably talk to him about entries and exits and how security works around here, since it's his club and you're investigating it. So.
I mean, we're supposed to investigate the body, but go ahead and give me a flare roll.
Well, Ari, you seeing this? Can I grab a sample of the hair?
Yeah, you can.
Just so
You
I
can
can
move
get
to the back.
a smell for it.
Yeah, there's some all in the edge of the hole in the back wall.
We're all a big problem. I got 4.
Sniffing people's hair.
Yeah, you see him starting to argue with his colleague that's with him by the body, and then they yeah, it's probably a good idea. We'll be back. Just don't let the wizard or whatever he calls himself disturb the scene too much. We have actual work here to do.
Oh, no worries. I won't let him do anything he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Sounds good. And they just kind of hustle off to head upstairs to Marcone's office.
Okay, see you later. There, is that better?
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. Now, if you just was head over there, I'll start getting this wrapped up and we can head out of here and hopefully figure something out.
Gotcha. Oh, by the way, my other friend, my other friend over there, Alice, she's an investigator also. So maybe she can help you also.
Investigator with...
Yeah, I mean, she's a journalist investigator, not a detective investigator,
Actually,
but still really good.
Gonna make a roll to see if Dresden would recognize you, Alice, because you do work for the same newspaper as his love interest.
Maybe we went to a happy hour or something.
He rolled a 1, so he doesn't remember your name, but he remembers your face at least. Oh yeah, you work at the Arcane, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Didn't
okay.
we, didn't I see you at that holiday party one time?
Potentially. I get pretty drunk at those parties. Too many people asking questions.
Yeah. We still talk about it, if that helps.
Oh, I don't want to know what I did.
Fair enough.
What? I want to know.
I'll tell you later, Ari.
Okay.
It's really wild.
I'm sure
Nice.
it is. But yeah, if you feel free to
Coming
look
from
around.
you, Alice, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, feel free to journal any.
Yeah,
You did flood
yeah.
an entire building while drunk.
Alice got so drunk she flooded the whole building because she was trying to protect our friend from the
Wait.
werewolf killer. Hey, did you know
Lobby
there was a weird creature killer? By the way, but no
Hmm.
worries, we beat him already, so that's fine.
It looked like a little bit like a shark, like
But
a
a
hammerhead
crab
shark.
also.
Yeah.
You fought a
Very sharp claws.
Crab shark.
crab shark?
Crab shark.
Yeah, we fought a crab
Shark?
shark.
Crab shark?
I would
Charm.
think you would have heard about it by now, Dresden.
Sharab.
That sounds okay. You're a face. Obviously, you're not lying, but
Yeah,
that's
obviously I'm not lying.
Do I have any idea what it's actually called?
make me an intellect roll. You're a monster. You're a monster hunter. You might know.
5.
Yeah, you tell me what it's
Dang.
called, Gus. What is it called?
Oh, good lord.
Yes.
The Lord's
Right,
now in
that
your
Lord.
hands, Gus.
See how much attention Gus was paid to the chat the last couple episodes.
His name is George.
George. Not George.
Sure.
George the Third? Is that what you said?
Yeah, totally. Oh, that's what his
King
name is.
George.
King George the Third.
King
I see
George the
what-
Crab Shard. Good. Oh, okay.
There are king crabs, so I mean that's not too far off.
King Crab Shard? What is this, like some
Okay.
weird DC mix up?
Exactly.
The picture in King Shark
from a
now
Flash
from
episode.
Suicide Squad, but with like giant crab hands. Oh god.
A pinch.
Well, I'm gonna unpack all of that later.
It was pretty fun. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like you had a good time. Yeah, feel free to take any notes for anything. Obviously, you can't report anything until the investigation's over, though.
Sure.
Just standard procedure. Also, feel free to send anything through Susan if you can't get a hold of me. She's my primary
No problem.
contact there. So,
Yeah.
I think I have what I need here. I think I have something I can track. I'm gonna head out. If you two want to follow, that's fine. But I don't get out of here before the FBI gets too involved in my business. They'll just slow me down.
Yeah, that makes sense. They didn't want you in their business either. So I think it's best for everyone. Yeah, we'll come.
And then
Oh, that's right.
he hands a card to Vold and Alice. This is my office number. I don't really have a phone at home for obvious reasons because, you know, magic technology don't really mix well. But if you need to reach me, just leave a message. I'll get to that as soon as I can.
Fair enough.
That's funny because we got our technology from magic, actually.
So we will see you guys later, Ari and Dogfoot.
Okay,
Have
you keep
fun.
an eye out on, like,
We definitely will.
yeah, okay.
Bye.
Run and
Bye.
give them both a hug before I leave.
Aw.
And then as I walk out, I want to take those like shoe covers that detectives wear in crime scenes.
Nice. Okay.
Do you wear them on your hands like gloves?
Yes.
Oh.
I put them on my
Nice.
horns.
Good.
Yeah, only your group in Dresden see you put them on your horns. But yeah, as you guys are heading out, you see he heads over to Murphy and like signals her he's leaving. She's still arguing with the leader of the FBI and one of his people. And as you guys are leaving, there's actually a gunshot that goes off, and it just whizzes by Dresden's head. What the?
Hit the deck.
They did,
I'm gonna dive onto
you
the ground.
you see the one FBI agent is literally flipped to the ground as soon as the shot was fired. Karen grabbed his arm and just judo flipped him down and is holding him down with like a foot on the back of his shoulder with his arm extended. What the hell is wrong with your men? You're firing into an open club and in a crime scene. Okay, the FBI agent. He's like, oh, let's calm down. I'm sure this was all a misunderstanding. He probably just misfired. It's okay. No need to get hostile here.
I want to subtly take a photo.
Okay. Give me a show to stealth.
Yeah, just
Guile.
the FBI misfiring their guns. No big deal. Everyone just be calm.
No biggie.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what actually happens. So they just try to shoot him. Well, fuck.
That's wild. I got a 1 for Guile.
One for Guile. Okay.
Subtle.
You left the flash on.
I mean, like, ones aren't terrible in this game because there's negatives, but still.
Yeah.
like-
Yeah, they all rolled high. You definitely just left the flash on, and they all like, really, like.
Well, maybe if you didn't shoot at civilians.
Well, maybe it's civilians should get out of my crime scene. Take your
Or you'll
Wow.
shoot them?
tell your wizard friend and these workers to get out of here.
Wow. Workers.
Karen
Nice.
and Karen
Good
just
one.
lets back at you guys. Just I'll handle these guys. We'll talk later, guys. You see
All right.
Karen just like start leading him over to the scene, still yelling, like yelling at him, and the dude's still laying on the ground, like she like slammed his head face first and knocked him out.
Vold is
Nice, I
stink
like
eye-
her.
Vold is just stink eyeing the FBI agent as he walks by as he guys.
Okay, guys, bye. We're heading to a place where random people don't shoot at us for no reason. Okay, bye.
You just see the
You
FBI
spoke
agent
too
leader
soon.
just like flick you off behind like bat like this as he's walking away from you guys. Okay, so is everyone going with Dresden or just the two Fae?
I think B and Alice were staying with the cop, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the cop and Marconi. Yeah.
You guys watch both of our marks. I'm just gonna fuck off with Dresden. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Can I
so-
run
Well, I
this
mean,
panel?
he's one of them. So
Whoops.
So Murphy told you two to head off at least out of the club itself. So you
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
just
yeah.
gonna wait outside for her then, I'm assuming.
yeah, we'll wait up in the car or
Mhm.
whatever.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, you guys head off. Dresden starts leading the other two of you like a block over to his car, which is the most beat up, like old Volkswagen Beetle you've ever seen. The car doors don't even match the color of the car. The car is blue.
Of course
But
it
it's
is.
like a red door and a green door and like a white hood piece on it.
Ari loves it. Like she's obsessed with it. It's the best.
Usually room's an issue, but he like looks down at Dogfoot, but I think we'll be fine this time. So just jump on in, and I think I actually have a beat on something already. I didn't want to say it with so many people around, but I saw a blood trace on my go to track. So we're gonna follow this over. If we need to, we can call our
Where?
friends when we get there.
Where are we going?
Oh, cool.
We're gonna
Yeah,
find
where?
out. And he gets in the car, and he drives, and he starts to like trace a sigil like in the air, and it starts to like the little broken down GPS bleeps on for like a second, giving like a general location before it fizzes out again. That'll have to do. Let's see what we can find up this way. And he starts driving through the city until you guys get to like in a warehouse district on the outside of town. And it traces down to like an abandoned warehouse like on the edge. And he parks the car nearby. It seems like whoever, at least whatever the trace was coming from this warehouse. So let's just see what we can find out. Just follow my lead and stay quiet as much as you can.
Okay, we'll stay close. And Ari will obviously hold Dogfoot's hand. She'll try to grab Dresden's hand too.
Dresden grabs your hand.
Nice.
This is what it takes, I guess. Just come on.
Do you think we'll need these? And I'm gonna pull out like the Kleenex box of the booty things from the crime scene.
No, we're not gonna. He just grabs it from me and throws it in the back seat.
Oh.
Just follow me and keep your heads down. And he starts to lead you guys around the side of the warehouse to like some windows in the back, and starts to like try to look through and see what he can find. It's pretty dark. It's hard to see. You guys are pretty tiny. I think there's a shaft that goes up into the warehouse.
I'm on
the
it.
side here
Dogfoot's
somewhere.
really good at that.
And I see that you also have your ways to get up as he looks to your obvious wings that he can see. I'm gonna head around the back and head in that way. If you guys can sneak in and just wait for my signal, that'd be great.
You don't have a cell phone, huh?
Just you'll hear me if I need you.
Okay.
But yeah.
We're right behind you, Dogfoot. You take the lead.
Do I see where the
Yeah, you can literally just
shaft
scale. You
is?
can literally just scale the side of the building, and it's up. You can see it poking off the top, like it's like a vent.
start scaling?
Yeah, not even a roll. You have claws and shit. You can like just like pull your claws out and start scaling the side. But yeah, he heads inside the building. You two head up top. Give me. Let's see. Give me focus rolls.
-1, baby.
Me.
This
A
is
0.
fun.
Yeah, you said a 0, Alex.
Yeah.
Okay. It gets very quiet. 5 minutes pass. 20 minutes pass. Half an hour passes. No word
I
from
think we
Dresden.
missed a signal.
Are there like this is like vents, right? Throughout the like crawl around and look through like the different vent openings? Do we see Dresden or anyone else?
As you're crawling through the vent opens, I'm gonna give this to you because you've spent enough time in vents over the last 2 weeks. Obviously, when you move through vents, even as quiet as you can, there'd at least be some type of like sound from like you moving across the metal with your claws and like scratching and stuff, just from like the metal like reacting to your like weight. Dead silent.
There's no one. We don't see anyone either.
Nope, you don't see anybody. And as you're moving through the vent, you're not making any noise.
That's weird.
I'm gonna. Can you hear me, Ari?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can I? I'm assuming yes.
You guys can hear each other's voices, yeah.
I'm gonna knock on the side of the vent wall.
Yeah, there's no sound.
Right, that's a little weird.
And it's
That's
like
weird.
a lot more solid than it should be when you knock. Like there's no give to it.
Okay. We should crawl out. Is there a spot we can go out? Do we have to go all the way back?
There's other openings,
Actually, now that
There's
I think
other
about it,
parts.
I don't think I need to whisper.
right? True. There's no sound. We can be as loud as we want.
Yeah! Okay, but seriously, that's a bad thing. We should probably go find Dresden. Oh no. Okay,
Yeah,
let's see if
can
we
I,
can get out. What?
Can I like open up one of the vent coverings and stick my head out?
One of the vent covering does not open. Does not even budge. The way back you came in is still open, and you know that like the door that he slipped in is still open, but like any of these vent openings, like no matter how hard, they will not move.
That's so weird. Is it like a different space? Or like a solid space? Or let's try to
You both are also both Faye. Give me just flat rolls, and add 1. So I mean, just you can roll whatever skills at 1 for you guys, if anything, if that makes it easier.
Do we know what the code is for the special dice? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna roll focus. It's a +1. 3.
Got a -1.
Yeah, Dogfoot, you're just trying to get this damn grate open. That's all you're
It won't
focused
open!
on. Ari, is you kind of like, where are you flying at, by the way, right now? Are you just kind of like above the, are you flying through the crate behind him, or are you just kind of flying through like the top of the warehouse, or?
I'm behind Dogfoot.
Okay. Yeah, as you're moving through, you start to try to like extend some of your Fey magic out to try to sense what's going on around you guys. You get a very similar feeling to when you're in the time realm. It seems like time maybe have stopped, which is why nothing's reacting around you. At the moment.
Okay, that's a great and also scary sign. Hey, Dogfoot, I think we should leave the building. I gotta make a call real quick.
Okay.
Did you by any chance pay attention to what the address is for where we are right now? Because I was like looking at the card, I wasn't paying attention. Do you know what street we're on?
No, I thought we definitely decided you were paying attention to all street signs.
Oh no! It's okay. There's probably a street sign outside. Let's go back outside.
Okay, as you guys head back outside, give me another focus roll.
Yeah.
Or intellect, whatever is worse for you.
They're actually exactly the same for me.
Okay.
How could you do this to me?
So my roll is going to be 0, but also the moment I leave the vents, I'm going to try to call Alice.
Okay.
The -1 again.
Yeah, you guys back out of the vents and you descend. Dogfoot climbs down, and as you pull out your phone to call, you see the phone even itself at the time is still frozen to what it was when you guys arrived. Like the moment that Dresden went in, it froze, and there's obviously no signal.
Do the buttons, do they make any like beeping noises?
Nope. But you guys do not catch the movement behind you as you both are shoved to the ground, and you look up, and there is 3 vampires behind you. They look to be white court, but they have a weird look in their eyes as their eyes are completely purple, like no irises or anything, and they seem to be like glowing some type of energy. With that 3 that you made, Ari, it seems like they're radiating temporal energy from their bodies in some way. And with that, we're going to cut back to the club. So yeah, what's Alice and Vold doing up to as they wait for Taryn?
So, do you want to tail Marconi, or do you want to tail the Lieutenant Vold?
I feel like, from my understanding, all 3 of them end up in the same place. So we already have kind of a ride along with the detective, so might as well stick with her.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Because I don't think Ari introduced us to Marconi. And I don't really know how we convince him to allow us to, hang with him in his house.
I think that would get on his bad side if we tried that. I think you're right. What do you think they're doing? Yeah.
I mean, they're just investigating, and we're stuck out here twiddling our thumbs while they talk to the FBI agent who likes to shoot at random. That guy bugs me.
Do you think he's part of the time crew, the other time crew?
I feel like the other time crew would have a little more intelligence than just shooting at Dresden out of the blue in front of crap tons of people and being like, "Oops." But yeah,
My bad.
maybe.
I mean,
If they're all
I would
that
hope so.
if they're all that incompetent, we're really gonna have a good time figuring this out. But I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah. What kind of music you like? Here, maybe we can put something on the radio.
Did the detective leave her car unlocked?
Probably not.
Shit. Never mind.
Paul just like leads on the hood.
This is not the neighborhood to leave a cop car unlocked in, so they definitely did not.
We get stuck with the boring. I'm betting they get to watch Dresden do some fun things.
Yeah, but like, would you really want to get tangled up with a wizard and 2 fae?
I feel like we already are, but no, not any further than we already are.
Yeah. Also, I feel like that's a setup for a joke. A wizard and 2 fae walk into a crime
walk into a
scene.
bar. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is a bar actually. And someone gets killed. End of joke. Please laugh.
End of joke.
Thank you, random person.
Yeah, some random kid laughs as they walk by as he hears you. Someone please laugh.
Jeb Bush energy.
You can have a fate point for that, Alex.
Hey!
I gotta ask, since we're sitting here with like nothing to do,
Mhm.
what was your reasoning for like drowning a dorm?
Well, I did ask oh shit, what was her name?
Amelia?
Sorry?
Amelia?
Yeah, I did ask Amelia what would be a good way to kind of thwart this whatever creature that was chasing the 2 of you. And she suggested running water. Cut back, flashback. It was actually Alice who suggested the running water. And I think Amelia was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, we flash back to the scene. You see Alice completely drunk, just stammering this out. Not even really clear what they're asking, as Amelia is just in the middle of the beer pong game with Dogfoot, and they're not really paying attention to anything you're saying.
Flash forward, and Alice says, yeah, so I was like, well, what's the best way to make running water? And, plug up some drains. I'll admit it wasn't the best idea.
Pretty big logical leap, but I'm alive, so it's okay. Just
Yeah, plus I feel
I
like
didn't really understand the logic at all of that night, but you know what? We won, so I'm not going to fight it.
yeah, plus I feel like if it wasn't me plugging up those drains, you know, one of the co-eds probably would have. So I'm encouraging the college to reinforce all of their floors now that they know about this potential failure. So
I mean, you cost Amelia's grandfather or whatever a bunch of money. Not that anybody really cares, so I think you're good.
yeah, okay. Thanks, Vold. You seem really supportive. That's cool.
Like I said, the thing that killed me is dead, so
Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, and if we killed that thing, we could probably handle whatever killed Marconi and the lieutenant, right?
I would hope so.
It's probably just gonna be a bunch of random humans hopping through time in a DeLorean or something.
One of them's got like a baseball cap and a poofy vest.
Not dressing
Yeah.
up as Marty McFly. That's not going to happen in this series.
Aww.
Or the
Yeah,
doc.
the other one's definitely rocking a big old white, poofy afro.
Precisely.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I heard this speaker, this influential speaker say, you know, you got to speak things into existence, manifest them. So I feel like if it's those two, then we're gonna have this in the bag.
I really don't want to chase him back into the old west, though. That was just bad.
Yeah, yeah. No toilets back then, just outhouses.
Yeah, no. You think they got to Dresden's office yet?
Probably. Here, let me text them to see if they can send us any photos.
Yeah. Alice, you get on your phone and you get a text, and there's no signal, time's not moving, and there's no sound coming from the buttons as you text. Like there's not reacting to you.
Okay, that's weird. Yeah, go ahead.
You both can give me a focus roll as well, as you notice that. Zero.
Yep, 0 for me.
Okay, 0 for both of you. Yeah, you don't hear anything coming from the club any longer. It's kind of hard to, even with a 0, it's not hard to notice as you look around. There's people like mid-walk just frozen on the streets around you. Like the traffic's not moving, they're all like stopped. Stoplights aren't reacting, all that kind of stuff.
Well, this isn't good.
Yeah. I'm gonna go into the club to check on
Yeah.
the lieutenant and Marconi.
Vold's right.
You can't get in the door. Time is frozen. It's like
kick
it's like
the door
a
open?
hard wall. You cannot move the door.
Gonna look for like an open window or a side access door.
I'll roll for it. See if you're lucky enough.
How big is Alice compared to Dogfoot?
Okay. I rolled 3 pluses. Yeah, there's an open window.
Okay. Yeah.
I think Alice could fit through. It's going to be a little bit harder for Vold to slip through the window. Vold's a pretty big dude.
Can I ask you for a lift? A boost, maybe? Nice.
Okay. So yeah, Alice gets boosted.
They alive?
You see Murphy and the FBI agent that she was fighting with still like mid-argument, frozen over the body. You don't see any sign of Marcone on the club floor, but you look up to the window, you can see like the shadow like frozen in the glass, like from the two-sided mirror.
And it doesn't look like he's like in the middle of a tussle of
He's
fights.
like frozen like this. You can see like mid-drink.
I see. I'm gonna yell back. Yeah, it looks like they're fine. They're frozen too, though.
Can you move them? I don't want to leave here with like them frozen.
Alice,
Yeah. Yeah.
you also don't notice as a finger trails across your back as like a very dainty hand caresses the back of your shoulders, and you just feel a very familiar aura as you hear the voice of Liliana Wraith. Wow, Alice, I thought we already had dinner. How are you
Uh,
here, my dear? And stepping in front of you is the white cord vampire that killed you in the first episode.
wait, really quick. Didn't that happen like after Vold's time?
It did.
Okay. Fun. That's fun.
Oh, but
That's
they
really
know.
fun. Yeah, good to see you again. Sorry, do I know you?
You know me very intimately, my dear.
Hmm. I don't know about that. I'm just like edging away from the window, kind of like hopping back down.
Now,
What's going on?
she's stalking towards you, like very predatory. Now, why don't
Uh-huh.
we finish our conversation? And she, like, you blink and she's right in front of you, and you see her
Uh-huh.
eyes just had the same effect as those other vampires as they go completely purple. And that's where we're going to go to break.
Ah!
All
But
right.
we
All
will be
right.
back in about 10 minutes or so, guys. They
Back of
split
the
the
purple time
party, so we'll
virus.
see how this goes.
Oh, I already used the F-bomb. Whoops.
No, you're good. We will be back soon, guys. See ya. Hey everyone, welcome back. Welcome in Raiders if you are still here with us.
Hello.
Caught us right after we took a short break. Before the break, however, our party has been split. The time itself has stopped, and our two Fae friends have three vampires looming over them, while
Aw.
Alice is in front of a very familiar friend with Void stuck on the outside of the club and not able to help at the moment.
Well,
But why
Volt
does
can
it?
help. Alice?
Everyone roll initiative. Go
Um,
ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll haste.
for y'all that weren't around in previous streams, the person that Alice recognizes is the person who killed her.
Yep, in the very
So
first episode.
we all died.
How?
Just
I
in case
don't
you didn't know
remember
that.
exactly
Yeah,
what
I
happened though in that
I
scene.
introduced them especially for Keith and Void who haven't played with me before this stream by killing them in the first episode. So it's a fun time.
You did.
I'm so
yeah.
sorry. What did you say you wanted us to roll?
Haste. So
I got a
let's-
1.
let's
I got
see.
3.
I got a -1 again. Third time in a row.
Dogfoot
Got
is
it
on the wrong
too.
foot.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey,
Let's got a
Got him.
one.
I'm gonna give you my fate point for that.
Dogfoot got what?
Dogfoot
Dogfoot got what?
has -1.
-1. Okay.
-1, yeah.
You roll for them. What is her bonus? Okay. Okay.
Ow.
Okay. So first up is going to be Vold. Vold, do you hear Alice said that she has company in the club? What do you want to do?
So it's my understanding that literally nothing except what I'm wearing can be moved at all.
Yeah, everything is completely frozen because of the time being itself frozen at the moment.
I will point out that when we went to take off, I specifically said I was loading myself up with my weapons.
You
So I'm just gonna jump up in the air to look through into the window and see what's going on in there. What do I see?
You see a very, very, very hot woman in front of Alice, like looming over them with like glowing purple eyes.
Okay, next jump, I whip out a throwing knife and just like launch it through the window on the way up.
You are strong enough that I would say if you jump up and grab, you could probably brace yourself on the window so you're not just leaping up.
Well, because I can't move anything over to stand on it either. So, yeah, okay. I jump myself up and just kind of latch myself onto the window with one arm and start,
Okay.
chuck one in with the other.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
Force, I assume?
Yeah,
Yeah.
force.
2.
They rolled a 4 on their haste roll, so they just like without like barely moving, just like tilt their head and dodge out of the way. And then it is her turn. So she is going to let's see. She is going to lean in very close to your face, Alice, and you're starting to feel that aura of lust again. Very familiar aura, and I need you to make me a intellect roll, please.
I got a 6.
Okay. That meets it, so you do not fall under this time. As you feel it trying to break through again and enthrall you, but you remember what happened the last time you let that happen and you're able to shake it off.
I say, "Oh, now I remember you. I remember that stench."
She like grins and then snarls at you, and you just see like the razor sharp fangs descend. Next up, we cut back across town. Ari, what would you like to do? You have 3. You guys are old enough, being Fae, to recognize newborn vampires in front of you.
Oh, the babies.
Oh, so great! Haha! Hey, you guys! I don't suppose you saw our good friend, the wizard, right here. Hey, we were just looking for him.
They just snarl. Like, they look very hungry.
Okay, I want to fly straight up as fast as I can.
She runs away and leaves Dogfoot to fend for himself.
I'm not flying away. I'm flying up so I can get a vantage point. You know.
Sure. Okay, sure. You fly straight up. That's no action required, and then we'll be
and
like
out of their reach, hopefully.
Okay. Yeah, fly movement's just free. So, anything else you want to do?
I want to see if there's any others nearby. If it's just the three of them, and the two of us.
Yeah, give me a focus roll.
1.
Doesn't seem to be anyone else nearby. You kind of scope out the general area of the warehouse district that you're in, and you just see that there's the only movement you see is in that area below you.
And no sign of Dresden, I take it.
No sign of Dresden with a 1.
He's indoors. Lucky him. Can I from up here see if there's like a range on time being frozen? Is it frozen as far as the eye can see?
Everything you can see around you is not moving. You see some cars and streets nearby that are just stopped in the middle of the road. You see some people and some sidewalks a few streets over. Like, literally no one or anything else is moving besides the vamps below you and Dogfoot.
Cool. So we definitely found whoever's responsible for the time shenanigans, or their sad little underlings anyway.
Okay.
I'll dive bomb the one that looks the closest to attacking Dogfoot then.
Okay, sounds good. Give me an attack roll.
Which is what, force?
That is up to you. You can do force, or you can do, if you dive bombing down, I can say also haste would be allowed.
Haste it is. That was a terrible roll. I got 3 minuses and a 0. Okay, that's a -1.
-1.
Lawn dart. to the
Sorry,
ground.
Dash, for it. Huh. I was a little panicked.
They got a 2, so they will just kind of step out of the way as you buzz by. And they will go. The one that you try to attack will try to slash at you as you go by, while the other two will try to jump on top of Dogfoot, who's still on the ground at the moment. So, you can make haste rolls to try to dodge. The two of you.
Okay, just one, right?
Yeah, just one.
0.
Haste 2.
I was rolling hot before, and now I'm not.
Well, luckily they all rolled really shitty, so none of the attacks by you. Literally, like, barrel roll as you fly past, and he can't swipe at you. And Dogfoot, you just kind of like back up right as they jump, and they just like hit heads on the ground and just like bump into each other.
Nice.
They're just laying on they're laying in front of you.
The Benny Hill music starts playing.
But we cut back. Alice, you're up.
Yeah, I kind of want to, if I can, I want to help Vold into the window.
Mm-hmm.
And as I do, I want to say, yeah, she's a member of the White Court. It doesn't seem like she's in her right mind. I don't think she can really access most of her like offensive capabilities. So I think we have her on the back foot. And this is me using inspiration.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Which says you exude confidence. Your exuded confidence inspires and comforts others. Once per session, you may spend a faith point to, and then the specific one I want to do is imbue someone with a 3 invoked aspect of tremendous self-confidence that lasts the entire session. I think Ari used this in our last fight.
Yeah,
so
Ari has it as well. So you mark off a fate point.
Yeah.
And I will add a fate point.
There you go.
Oh, that also works.
Yeah.
Let's move them around. That's a good idea, actually. Okay. So yeah, so you sail out to Vold, and then we cut back over to Dogfoot. These vampires tried to jump on top of you, and now they're at your feet as you're still laying on this cement.
Can I try to tie their shoes together?
Sure. Give me a guile roll.
Alright.
As they're
Ooh, I
still
got
scrambling.
3 of that. My God, I haven't rolled a single fucking plus. I got a 1.
That is better than the negative one they rolled. So yeah, you kind of just
Yay!
dive on top of them while they're still distracted and tie their shoes together and roll off.
Yes.
They will get a -1, or you can use you get a free invoke on that when they try to do something. So you can use a free invoke on that aspect,
I start running.
which will just
away.
give you a +2 whenever they do something to you next. Okay, back to you, Vold.
So did Alice get me in the window then? Got me squeezed or no?
I'll say so. What is it? How many free invokes is it with the inspiration?
3.
I'll say if you burn 2 of them, you can squeeze in.
I mean, it's the only way I can get in to do anything. So
Yeah, that's fair.
Does it cost my action to transform? I don't remember. Like I can't find anything on my sheet either.
Come through the window and then make yourself even bigger.
Exactly. What's inside doesn't matter.
Let's see. You know what? Actually, what happens is you feel inspired by what Alice says, and you start to think about it, and you start to like squeeze through, and you're like, fuck it, and you transform as you're squeezing through, and you somehow force the window open even through the time bubble, just enough as you just land in full canine form.
Force. Gotcha.
Yeah, you use your like being a supernatural mantle, like that aspect of power to push through the time bubble temporarily.
Then as Vold lands in full like dog humanoid form, he just says vampire and he runs right at her, just trying to like bite into her neck.
Okay. Give me a force roll. That's her haste.
Oh, it's magic.
Taste of her own medicine.
1 plus.
Oh, dude. I got a 6.
Where's she at? There she is. She got a 4, so that'd be 2 points of damage. She has something for that. She is going to mark 2 boxes of hunger to blot that 4. Or was it 2 points? Actually, 1 box of hunger to blot that 2 points of damage.
Because that was such a great roll, can I use the other one to do the thing? What's it do afterwards? I don't remember what the fate points do for the inspiration.
For the inspiration?
Yeah.
Just add the +2. So you can force her to spend another. You just force her to take another hunger point to block any damage.
I mean, that's a fantastic roll. So yeah. I'd just jack it up.
So yeah, you bite right into her neck, and she kind of elbows you and pushes you off, and you see it start to knit up. But like her skin pales a little bit as you see like you fought enough vampires to know she's using her sources of blood she has in her at the moment to repair herself.
Absolutely.
I knew I smelled dog around here. Is this your pet or something, little girl? And she blurs, and she's going to try to bite you back, Vold. She jumps at you.
I assumed.
Ooh, that is a good roll. That's going to be a 6 for her.
Can I defend with intellect, knowing that she was probably going to try and bite me back, so I bit her at an angle to make it harder?
Vampires are pretty common in the supernatural world in this universe, so
3.
So she rolled a 6. So you prepare yourself, but you kind of misjudge her speed, and she gets like a bite right into your shoulder, and you take 3 points of stress.
Gotcha.
Okay, back across town to Ari.
The first thing I'm gonna do is use inspiration also.
Mm-hmm.
Dogfoot, look at those little babies! You can separate them right now.
What does that give me again?
Gives you 3 free invokes, so it's a flat +2 to your rolls. You do it 3 times. but not like on the same roll.
You can't do +6, but you can do 3 things in a row that all have +2.
Yep.
Gotcha. Cool.
And then I'm gonna dive bombing didn't really work, so instead I'm gonna do like a swoop right in front of them and then like flash my wings so that I distract them and Dogfoot can get in and around while they're too busy looking at whatever the fuck I'm doing. I'm gonna be a distraction, is what I'm saying.
Roll me a flare, and based on your roll, I'll see what I get.
Seriously?
See if their focus roll is.
It was really good, huh? I can tell by your reaction.
Yeah, I rolled a +1 and a -1 and a -1 and a -1.
Well,
I have
luckily
1.
for you, their focus is 0, and they rolled flat on the die, so that actually does beat their focus, which tracks with them being babies. So yeah, you just buzz by the one that's still standing, and he's like swatting at you like a fly, pretty much, as you're just like dive bombing around his head.
Good
These babies suck.
He's gonna make an attack
Yeah.
on you, and I'm gonna say it's a -2 for the attack on you, Ari.
Okay.
That's gonna be a -3 on the attack.
Sure.
And then the other two are going to try to stand up and go towards Dogfoot, which they will also have a minus that. Okay, I rolled all negatives plus a minus. Yeah, they just trip over each other as they try to stand up. Like
Down, babies!
The shoelaces get all tangled up and just kind of like rip out with like the force they try to move, and they just kind of like stumble over top of each other and fall at your feet, Dogfoot. While the other one's just swatting erratically, cannot even touch Ari at all. Alice. Vold has made it in, it is transformed, but you see Liliana hold it like attached to his shoulder at the moment, trying to drain him.
In that case, I want to circle around her back, and I'm gonna take out the artifact weapon that our good time queen has given us, and I think it turns into a long bow staff.
We're gonna do something funner. You're actually gonna roll for this. Do you have a D4 nearby?
Do I have a D4 nearby?
Yeah. Or if you want to use the dice roller on Roll20 on the side there, you can roll a D4, I believe.
I could do that. I got a 4.
Just have a D4 on the side. Come on, nerd, are you?
Hey, come on.
False nerd, fake nerd.
Okay. So I'm gonna look them up, and we're gonna see what order they come up in, and that's what the roll's gonna be. So hold on.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see.
Raphael is last, right? You just say the names.
I brought it up, and actually the last one that came up was Donatello, so you do get your bow staff.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
So yeah, you go to reach where the weapon is, and like I'm assuming it's like in your jacket pocket or something, and it just like unimaginably pull out a bow staff from the inside of your jacket.
Mary Poppins.
But I kind of look at him like, okay, I can work with this, and I just like whack.
Just whack it in the back of the head. Okay. This is your supernatural weapon, so you can add a +2 to your roll. But
nice.
What do you do? So let's say force.
Okay. So that is a 1.
She's gonna use force for this because it's a wooden stick and she's a vampire, and beat that. And you smack her on the back of the head with the wooden stick, and she doesn't even flinch from it.
Damn it! I thought this would be the easiest one.
Back over to Dogfoot. They tried to get up and attack you and just fell over right at your feet.
Whichever one. Can I use the inspiration and the +1 from natural weapon?
Yeah.
Or +3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Natural weapon.
That's what I'm gonna.
So.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll get +3. And what I would like to do is like a snake that unhinges its jaw, and like try and put one of its heads entirely in my mouth.
Okay, so you're just trying to eat one of their heads. Jesus Christ. They rolled a 0 on their haste defense. So this is
What do I roll? Do I roll a specific thing or
roll force.
force? Oh,
You're
man,
trying to rip its head off. So
force. Okay, 2, 3 total.
So these things are already full of hunger, which they don't have hunger to mark off for damage, and they only have 3 stress. So you described to me, Alex, what it looks like as Dogfoot eats this dude's head.
Yeah, so like like a snake, like I'm gonna like pick him up by his shoulders, whichever one's closest to me, and then like you'll hear like the crunching of my jaw unhinging, like one at a time each side of the jaw, and then just like open really wide and then just bite its head off. And swallow. I swallow.
Yeah,
We are learning a lot about Dogfoot Nari today.
Oh my god! That was amazing!
the one next to him finally shows any hint of emotion besides hunger and just looks up at you wide-eyed as your jaw like resets itself, and you see the obvious bulge growing down your neck of the head.
Burping in his face.
Amazing.
Dogwood is so adorable. Both combats we have been in have been
Yeah,
something.
Dogfoot's amazing.
Listen, we're Fae. We're feral. We just hide it.
Yeah, Dogwood does not. Back to Vold.
What do you mean? He's so cute and adorable most of the time.
I'm
And
gonna.
then
He just eats people.
Vold's gonna kick in his Slayer. What are they called? The. Do I have? There we go. Stunt. Slayer stunt.
Okay.
And declare that I have scale on this chick.
Okay.
For the rest of the scene or session. Scene.
It's the scene, so this is pretty much the fight. Let me bring up scale real quick. In a bit. It's been a bit since we've had a
I
combat.
want to say it's a +2, but I don't know.
Yeah, give me a second. There's something in here. Because every single one of these character sheets are like, oh, they have scale. Oh, they have scale. So I have to find the actual.
I assumed that I started out in Supernatural, and so did she. So, actually,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter
well, the
where-
way with
it
this,
doesn't matter
the way,
where
yeah,
she's
with
at,
the
it
way
just-
with the stun is you automatically go 1 above her.
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
And I'm going to use it for attacks because
Yeah, fine. Go ahead and make your attack roll. I figure out what the bonus is. Jesus Christ, every single one of these moves has skill in it. There we go. So it's +1 to your action before the roll. You can add +2 to the results after the roll. Or you get 1 free invocation per after the roll as well. So which one you would use in? +2?
Well, yeah. Why would you ever choose the +1?
Because you think you're going to get it before, or it's a better stat? I have no idea, honestly.
Okay. Well, that's 5.
So 5.
And do I? I'm forgetting when we have to use fate points. Do I have to use them before or after
For
fate points? For,
if you want to add to the roll,
Yeah.
you just spend it when you roll. So it's plus, you just add another +2 to it.
then I want to take it up to a 7.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. But me and Keith, when we used our we had to use a fake point for that, right?
For the inspiration thing, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I still have 3 in my bar for some reason, but we should have reset for the new scene, right?
Yeah, you should have been full at the start of the battle. So
Okay.
you would be 1 down wherever you were started at.
Cool. Thanks.
Let's see. So she rolled a. Where's her haste? She rolled a 2. So you rolled a 7. So 5 points of damage.
Okay, so hang
so-
on. So what Volt does here then is she going to take damage or no?
That fills up her hunger. She's gonna go fully bloodlust now, or
Okay,
I
what-
guess
what-
lust.
What Volt does here is rips away from her neck, and you just see his arm reach down and grab her leg and spin her around, just pile drive her.
I love that. Yeah, you pile driver, and you actually see her neck snap, and she goes still for a second, but then she like Undertaker sits up and snaps her neck back into place, but the the beauty and stuff has like corroded away. You can see the monster she is now. She's fully in just hunger mode at this point now.
Nice.
She can no longer use her hunger as a resource. And it is her turn. She's just gonna blindly attack the person who just pile drivered her with a spear. She's gonna spear into you and try to start clawing at your face. It's gonna be a haste roll, so it's gonna be a 4 on her attack.
4 for defend.
I think meets it. Suits the attacker, or I think it suits the PC regardless. Let me double check. Ooh, okay. So since there's a tie, no one gets a victory, and unexpected twist occurs. Okay, so as she dives into you and you brace yourself, there's like, you feel like a twinge of your guys's supernatural magic like mitts, and you guys actually go through the wall of the club somehow and roll into the street.
Nice.
Back to Ari across town. What is Ari up to?
Ari's up to cheering Dogfoot on. What a cool move. Ari will continue to distract the one that's swatting at her.
Aw, Ari can't eat people as well. You can't disengage with y'all.
They have to be smaller people.
Oh, okay. See how it is. Got it.
I'll cut them
I
up
like
into
to cook
bite-sized
my
pieces.
food before I eat it.
Fair, you are a summer fae.
But also Ari does eat primarily like fruits and veggies and stuff. That meat
Vegan
stuff,
diet.
that's just for special occasions, and I don't want to eat vampire. That seems like it would probably taste pretty bad. I've seen Dogfoot eat way weirder stuff.
I think Dogfoot eats anything, honestly.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Dogfoot's part goat.
That's what the
Start
horn. That's
gnawing
what
on
the
the
that's what the
headless
horns really are.
clothes.
They're really goat horns.
They're really goat horns. Yep.
Bad.
Yeah, so can I...
You just
Yeah,
wanna,
I would
you
like to
wanna
just
do
keep
the
distracting
distraction.
him
Yeah, give me
so that
another.
Dogfoot can do all the fighting.
Yeah, give me another flare roll.
There.
Yeah, that one's still distracted with you in its face. We'll still try to attack you with a negative roll, which will be a -1 on the attack on you. So give me your defense roll. Ari is the last one is going to attack Dogfoot, but we'll also have a -2 because it is scared because you just ate his friend in front of him. Okay, so that's going to be a -2 on the one on Dogfoot.
I got 4 on my defense roll.
Okay.
We
so
roll haste for
definitely a
defense?
crit. Yeah, haste.
Yeah.
Oh,
How
you
fast you
roll
can
whatever.
move out of the way.
You roll whatever
However,
makes
I'm-
sense for how you describe it.
Okay.
Well-
okay.
Ari's constantly flitting out of the way, so haste for me. But maybe you disappear.
Maybe you defend by punching him in the face and roll force. Really, whatever works.
Yeah,
That's
whatever,
very.
however
That's
you
what
think
Vold
Dogfoot
does.
would react.
How is he attacking me exactly?
He's just diving at you from the ground. He like pushes himself forward through the cement and just like air tackle.
Okay. I rolled pretty decent. Can I just open my mouth as he dives towards me?
So you want to make an attack? You want to use force?
Yeah, sure. So I
Okay.
got a 3.
3. Okay, so that's beats it by 5. Okay. So you both crit on your defense rolls. 1 second here.
Like Pac-Man.
Okay. Defend.
That is a disturbing Pac-Man image. Just like a goblin head
So
eating
you
heads.
both will get a boost because you succeeded with style. So as the one that you're air bombing is attacking at you, Ari, and is trying to swipe at you, you actually are able to like barrel roll between his arms, and you like grab his arm and like yank it backwards, and you hear a snap as his shoulder dislocates. Um, Dogfoot, you catch his arm as he like pivots at the last second, and you have his arm in your mouth, just like fully locked in. And it is Alice's turn as we cut back. As you see Vold and Liliana go through the wall of the club somehow.
Yeah, so I have an ability called so it was initially called Holy Aura, but I rewrote it to be called Amara's Blessing. And it says that once per session, you may declare an immediate faithful attack against any out of time being who touches you. This doesn't count as your action for the turn. You must be on a mission from Queen Amara to use this ability.
Yeah.
What is a
nice.
faithful attack?
I think it just means a bonus to it. Let me bring up that's the one that's based off of the Knights of the Cross.
Mm-hmm.
The playbook.
Faithful attacks.
Oh, so the condition that you get for that gives you a mantle called Faithful, which is +5. So it just means you can make a +5 attack.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you attack
Okay.
with your mantle, which is a +5 when you're on a mission.
Yeah,
Okay.
the sheet versus mantle underneath all the things, just hit your 5 in there and then you can roll that sheet.
Nice. In that case, then, while Vold and sorry, what was the vampire's name again?
Liliana.
Liliana are kind of tussling. I imagine they kind of part at some point.
Yeah, they kind of like roll off each other in the middle of the street.
And so when Liliana goes to pounce on Vold again, Alice interposes herself between them in order to use this Holy Aura attack. Yeah, I think she just like brings the bow staff between her and Liliana. Is just like, stay away.
Okay, roll your +5 attack.
Ooh, 8.
An 8.
Yeah.
Wow.
They rolled a 4, so you're gonna do 4 points of stress
Nice.
damage. What does your attack look like as you swipe at her? She just
Hot.
angrily claws at you.
Damn.
Maybe okay, so because this is from Amara, I wonder if it's another like time thing. Maybe different parts of Liliana like stop in time, and because they're so fragmented, that does like damage to like her person.
Yeah, it's
Her
almost
shoulder
like
stops, but her arm keeps going, and it
Like
just shears off.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like a static glitch.
You see her start to like glitch out time wise, and then like as she's approaching you, it's like slow motion, and you can just easily take the staff like a baseball bat almost, and it glows, and you just clock her across the jaw, and just teeth scatter into the street as she spits out blood and lands down on the ground.
Nice.
That was
Knock her
cool.
fang
That was a
out.
really good idea.
Yay! I'm reading my abilities.
Okay. Back to Dogfoot. You have a vampire arm in your mouth.
So, one of my neighbors has a really small dog that's always on the balcony, but it's very vicious with its little tiny toy that it has. So that's what I'm gonna do. Like.
You just want to sling him around by his arm.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a force roll, and you get a +2 because he's literally can't move. He's just trying to withstand the damage. So he'll roll a force roll as well. Try to
As you
endure it.
shred this vampire's arm.
So
3.
+1
Doing good now.
plus-
Was it the +2?
Was that with
Oh,
the
it's +2?
Yeah.
No, it's not with the +2. So 5.
And they roll a 2. So they only have 3 health, like I said before. So what's it look like as you ragdoll this thing?
Well, obviously, I'm ripping its arm off,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's
And
like
then,
it's like a combination of like a dog with a toy and the scene from the Verse Avengers movie where Hulk is slamming Loki repeatedly onto the ground. That's what you're doing with his arm until eventually you just like rip his arm off and he rolls across the cement, just unrecognizably crushed.
and then I'm gonna casually walk away, but like I'm eating a drumstick at Disneyland, like his arm in my hand.
Awesome. I love that for you. And back to Vold. As you see Alice just shatter this vamp's jaw with her glowing bow staff that she has somehow pulled out. So, which is not the same weapon that you saw the last time Alice had a weapon.
No. Vold's gonna spin around behind the vampire because Alice was between them, so he's gonna spin around and flank her, and then just I don't know, just unload a couple of like serious punches, like kidney punches into the back of this vampire.
Alright, yeah, go ahead and make your attack.
5. Oh wait, no, because I have the boost for size or whatever, what it's called.
Yeah, you have your +2, so
Yeah, so 7.
she rolled flat.
Scale, that's what it's called.
East. So, how do you finish your off, Gus?
I feel like the punches push her into Alice's staff. Thus, classic vampire death, spearing wood through heart.
Ooh, yeah, just falls forward, and you see the end of the bow staff glow and form a point at the end right as she's pushed into it, and it goes right through the back, stopping like this close to your vase fold as Alice spears Liliana. And as you spear Liliana and the breath leaves her body and she goes limp on the staff, she disintegrates in purple dust. And
Is that what they usually look like when they die?
no.
Not the ones I've killed.
Okay.
It's flashy. It's fancy.
Back to Ari. There is just the one that you've been dive bombing left, and you just dislocated his shoulder.
I am enlivened by Dogfoot just tearing the other two apart. But I don't quite have the teeth or physical skill required to do the same. So, whilst I'm just flitting around this guy, I'm gonna do like a really tight circle and then try to like kick him with both feet in the back so that he just like hits the concrete real hard.
Okay. So you just kind of like fly around him in circles, build momentum, and then just like dive bomb, drop kick him.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and make a, let's say probably haste for that. They're just going to try to dodge. So they rolled a +1.
2. I got a +1 and a -1 and a +1 and a -1.
So you got a 2. So you actually do 1 point. You do 1 point of damage as you kick it forward and it skids across the cement.
Nice.
It gets up. It gets up and snaps its shoulder back into place, and it leaps in the air towards you. It's going to make a force attack. That is going to be a 4.
I use my
you go.
Defender of Prey and take the damage.
I'm going to say in this place, no, because Ari is in the air.
Oh, true. I guess.
Yeah, this
that
thing's
makes no sense.
vampire jumping like 30 feet in the air after her. Trying to tackle her out of the sky.
Oops.
Go ahead and make your defense roll.
5!
Yeah.
Jumped up 30 feet, not quite high enough.
Okay, so yeah, it jumps up and it's like it's gonna get you, and then you just drop. You just like, you don't even like fly down, you just let your wings like curl in, so you just fall.
Whoop.
And then catch yourself and swoop away as it just slams into the cement. It's gonna take a stress point from that. I just jumped up and completely missed you.
Wow, Wow, this combat's really going really well, you guys.
And since Alice and Vold are out of combat, we'll just go right to Dogfoot. Dogfoot, what do you like to do? You see it jump 30 feet and miss, and then skid across the cement across the parking lot from you.
I guess I'm gonna run up to it. Sorry, my fucking cat is being so distracting.
No, you're fine.
It's Amelia. She's just trying to come back in.
Yeah,
Amelia's
exactly.
here.
I'm gonna run up to. How does he land? Does he land on his feet?
He lands like scorpion as where his face is down, his whole body's bent upward as he skids across the
Amazing.
cement.
I'm gonna take my little gobble claws and just start like digging at like the small of his back.
You just jump on and just start
They're
clawing
back.
into him. Okay. Yeah, give me either give me a fourth. They're gonna make this or not.
So
minus.
if he's like this, are you like sitting on the back of his head where you can dig at the back, dig at his back?
Literally just beat a 0
Yes.
and he's dead.
Just beat a 0. I got a 2.
Okay.
me alone,
Yeah.
So yeah, you just see Dogfoot jump on this guy's back and just goes into like a savage fury, clawing away until there's nothing, until he starts you just staring at the sound of claws on cement as he claws himself all the way through the body. And once the third one also dies, all the remains also disintegrate into that purple dust and disappear.
Cool.
It's terrifying.
Arya's gonna
Out
fly
of
down
combat.
and grab Dogfoot, and then just like go back up and like do a little spinny, be like, "Oh my god!" Dogfoot is covered in blood also while they're doing this, right?
Mhm.
Your
Yeah,
hands,
100%.
face covered in blood.
Like as
Yeah,
you
Dogfoot's
spin
been
us, like, the
ripping.
blood's
Dogfoot's
slipping
been
off of me.
ripping
The
people.
parking
apart.
lot below you now has a tie-dye blood pattern that is sprayed off with you spinning in circles.
God.
You're the best.
What
could've done
soundtrack
it
should go
without
with
you.
this?
Huh?
What soundtrack should go with this?
An excited one.
Yeah.
Dogfoot burbs purple dust. Hilarious. Ours just like hugging him in midair, and they're like, "Oh!"
There's a cough of like, there's a little cough as you squeeze, and there's little purple dust comes out.
And then we'll
Are you
we'll
okay?
gently
Did they get you?
go back down. Not even a little bit. I'm so good. You did it amazing.
Dogfoot's
couldn't have done it
stomach
without you.
is 100%
I don't think
bulged
that's
out
true.
with the shape of that person's head.
You like see its nose like the bump.
Oh, no.
Watto.
Oh my god. I didn't know Dogfoot was part snake, but apparently that's what we're going with.
Quaid.
No. We talked about this. He's part goat.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
We should probably track on Dresden. Totally forgot about him for a sec. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Harriet.
As combat ends, all 4 of you give me focus rolls.
This is how we got into this mess. Shit.
0.
Big 0.
1.
Such an observant group. You do see time has moved forward as you guys come out, and as you go inside the warehouse, Ari, there's no one in there. And as you like look around, and even you guys back to look around and stuff, you check your phones eventually. The time that you were in combat did pass. So it's been you say you were in combat for about like an hour of story time, and it's an hour later as time just resumes. It's almost like you guys were pulled out of time as well, instead of time being frozen itself.
I mean, Vold immediately climbs to the back of the detective's car and just kind of covers up as he's starting to change back.
The car is gone.
The car's gone? Oh,
Yep.
like everything kept moving?
Yeah,
Okay.
everything kept moving on there. They cleared
We
out.
were in a parallel plane
Dresden's
separate.
car is also gone.
Gotcha.
Oh, you just
I guess
left
I'll-
us here? That's rude.
I guess I'll throw my jacket towards Vold, seeing him wanting to escape. Like,
Well, yeah.
yeah.
Hoodie goes up and yeah. Takes like another scene to like change back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just time resumes as there's a massive canine person in the middle of the street.
Do you think those were the things that we were supposed to get rid of?
At least some of them.
We probably have to find the detective in Marconi.
Vold scoops up some of the purple dust into something to take with him.
Say at this time, all 4 of your phones ping off at the same time. You get a notification in the group chat. It's from Amelia. Guys, some trouble. I think my grandfather knows more than he's letting on. Then there's another message that comes in. I'm trying to make my way back to the Alice's place. Meet me there as soon as possible. Urgent, and then just like a bunch of exclamation points.
How much time did we have for the?
As these messages came in, you see that they were sent half an hour ago.
Oh.
They happened like while you guys were out of time.
Dresden,
We have to hurry back.
Yeah,
Dresden left us, right?
Yeah, Dresden's car is gone.
How are we gonna get back?
What a jerk.
When you're looking in the warehouse, it does look like there was signs of like a face-off, but not like a serious battle. So like he might have scuffled with someone in there and then left.
I
Okay.
think Vold's gonna try and hotwire the nearest van, climb in the back of it, and tell Alice to drive.
Yeah, it's simple enough, or you've done it probably enough at this point. I'm not gonna have you roll for that.
Ari's gonna grab Dogfoot and then like fly up so we can see if there's like a metro stop nearby or whatever the underground is called there. There's an underground, right?
It's the L.
The L. Okay. I'm gonna see if there's any L stops nearby. I know Dogfoot likes the L. and
Yeah,
it's
you
usually-
you can easily find a stop near somewhat near to the warehouse district. That
And
you're
then I'll text Amelia back. Sorry, we were kind of out of time for a bit, but we're on our way. Sorry, I hope you're fine. Also, Dresden ditched us.
You guys all see Ari's message come through, but there's no response from Amelia.
Oh. I want to text back. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, do you want me to text back since you're driving?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I just
We're responsible here.
text. Well, we're in a group chat. Vold is just on our way. We were attacked by vampires. Blah blah blah. He fills it in. But yeah, you said Amelia's not responding.
No response.
Oh my god, you guys too? We were totally attacked by vampires too. They had weird eyes. They were like purple, but like no pupil.
And I'm gonna
Yeah.
also chime in and say, I ate 2 of them.
Oh my god, yeah, he did. It was amazing.
You ate 2 of them?
Yeah,
Yes.
and then he burped up this purple dust later. So that doesn't normally happen.
The one we killed apparently was Alice knew her. So
Oh, Alice, I didn't know you knew vampires.
I glance at the chat and I say to Vold, tell them it was the vampire that killed me.
oh yeah, I text back after I get told what
Oh my
the actual
God.
information was.
I'm gonna say, Alice, you're dead. Like question mark, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation.
The first time, Dogfoot. The first time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as you guys are driving and get to the apartment, I'll say like as you guys are parking the stolen van somewhere nearby and start approaching the apartment, you see Ari and Dogfoot coming from the other side of the sidewalk from the stop nearby.
Let's go.
Hey guys.
Glad you guys are safe.
Yeah. I hardly did anything. Dogfoot wrecked them. It was really amazing.
I couldn't have done it without Ari. Also, where did you get this car?
Let's
It
not
was
let's not
convenient.
talk about that.
Yeah, it's cool. I like the color.
Yeah, hopefully we can use it again in other timelines.
Okay,
in
let's
other
go check on
times.
Amelia though.
Yeah, so you guys go up the elevator to Alice's apartment, and as you get like come out of the elevator and from you see from the stairwell, there's a trail of blood, and it's leading to Alice's door.
Oh, I'm gonna bolt.
Oh no.
Yep.
When you get to the door's obviously been broken into. There's a bloody handprint on the door, and as you open the apartment, Amelia is on the couch, severely damaged, and looks like she was hurt mid transformation, as she still like is in human form, but has some cat-like features on her body. So she has like cat ears and a tail, and like her claws are still out. Like wasn't even able to fully transform back into human before she passed out from pain. As
I just want you to know that instead of picturing like the cute like cat girl, like, you know, a person but with cat ears and cat tail, I'm picturing the like second stage on the horrifying Animorphs covers.
Yeah, it's definitely
That's
more of a
perfect.
supernatural cat girl instead of the cute anime-esque one. Like
It's like
has
something
like
horrifying.
it's like a mix of human and cat features like everywhere, and it's a
That's
little disturbing.
wild.
But they are
Solid
bruised and
reference.
bleeding, and they don't seem to be like in critical condition, but they are passed out and hurt.
Oh my god, I'm really bad with wounded things. I can't really help. Somebody else, one of you knows, right? One of you must.
I think I might be able to help. And I have a healing presence. Once per session, remove any condition that represents physical or spiritual injury except for doomed from yourself or an ally.
All right, awesome. Yeah, you
Dang.
you hold a bow staff over their body, and it actually shortens back to the nunchucks and starts to do that weird spinny thing again that you did from before when you healed, and just like irradiates like this yellow aura, and it kind of like scans up and down her body, and she goes back to fully human. And some of her
Nice.
bruises and cuts start to recede, and you see her breathing even out, and she like turns over in her sleep and her eyes snap open, and that's where we're gonna end tonight's episode.
In my mind,
Already
that
have
thing
now,
is
it's
spinning
amazing.
around and dripping melting cheese.
Yeah. smells like pizza in my apartment now.
Yeah, 100%. But we'll see what happened to put Amelia in that state next time. But
On
I
the
hope you guys,
Dresden Files.
but hope you guys enjoyed. We're gonna do our outro, so tell everyone where to find you, what you're working on, anything you want to plug, and Alex, you can start it off as always.
Why do you do this to me? I am Alex, and you can find me. Alex is my name. 734 at all the places. Here, especially Initiative Order, one of the community leaders here. Please join our community. It's amazing. Everyone's amazing. That's it.
Okay, Gus.
I'm Gus. The only other place to find me is on Pluto's channel on Sunday nights for Weird Frontier. Last episode, we may have been attacked by the god of Florida man who sicked a giant mosquito on us. So, you know, that
Yeah.
weirdness is going on.
That somewhat sums it up.
It's terrifying.
Keith.
Yeah, you can find me over on Total Party Chill on Mondays here on Twitch. I run an indie tabletop show. I also have a competitive map drawing game that you can pick up over on itch.io. I put the link into our chat. It's called the Boundless Library. And yeah, that's basically all I'm doing right now.
Void.
I'm Void. You can find me at VoidCat Gaming on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and now on Blue Sky, even though I don't think I'm going to use it much until Twitter dies anyway. You can find me every week that I'm not here on Fridays at the Lawful Geek, playing a very responsible character for once. And then every first and third Monday of the month for the next 19 sessions, you can find me on Pluto's channel, playing a very different and purple coated strange person.
Course, because of course they have to be another strange character. We love that for you.
Samuel's very normal.
Sure.
Yeah.
um, and then I am Pluto, everyone. You can find me all over the web at Pluto Cleric. I'm a non-binary bisexual streamer on a quest to run every game in the known universe. So, besides the 2 games that Gus and Void mentioned, I have a podcast with the wife every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern, where we talk about all things tabletop, TikTok and Atten. And this week, I think we have one of her friends that she's made on TikTok and Atten, Allison, I believe, is going to be on Spotify, Amazon Music, Podbean, and YouTube. So check out that. On this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, the Starfinder game. It was our penultimate episode. Only 2 episodes left as they are currently mid-temple run, trying to collect a bunch of blessings from a bunch of gods to fight people they don't fully know who's going to be yet. So we'll figure that out soon. The next episode of the God Among Mortals game that Void is in is going to be on June 5th. It airs every first and third Monday on my channel at 10 p.m. Eastern. Every episode that we will be playing for the 20 episodes, 10 months-ish time, is going to be raising money for the Trans Empowerment Project. So please stop by, support, donate if you can. Any eyes you can donate is great. And then I have a few other things that are in the pipeline for Pride Month. May or may not feature people from this channel or other channels that I've played with. But just keep your eyes out for that. And hopefully Kai will be back with us for next episode so we know what the hell happened to Amelia. But until then, we will see you guys all next time. Oh, one more
Bye.
thing. I remember how to be DM sponsors.
Oh,
Oh yeah, our
Oh.
sponsors.
Yes, let's do those real quick.
Important things.
word from
Yeah,
our
you
sponsor.
Dice
know.
and stuff.
A word from our sponsor. That is correct. So first, Session Zero Clothing. They make a bunch of D&D and tabletop inspired streetwear. If you use the code ORDER at checkout, you get 15% off. Next, we have Norse Foundry. They're artists and dice makers. A lot of cool dice there. And if you use the code TIO15 at checkout, you get 15% off. Another dice maker is Mithril Armory. They made some sketch dice and some 1020s. And if you use the code initiative, you get 10% off their web store. Next up, our very own Taryn from TIO has their own dice store, Umbral Oculus Dice. And if you use the code initiative for 10% off a full set of dice in their store. And then last but not least, Will over from Arclight Court, my GM in the Power Rangers game that I have to play in every other Monday on the channel. If you use code 15% off, if you use the code TIO15 at checkout, you get 50% off of their web store. And I believe Will also has in the pipeline a new tabletop system they are creating from scratch. So keep an eye on his Instagram and socials for that because it looks really interesting. But now, until next time, we will see you guys in a few weeks. So have a good night, everybody.
That's all, folks.